Hey, what up, G Team? It is Major G, and I'm coming to you with a bit of big news here. So, as I accidentally slip in my October unboxing, um, I am indeed going to Japan. A few months ago, I bought a round trip ticket while I could, and just kind of uh, cross my fingers that I'd be able to save enough before that time. And so I will be leaving on in the first weekend of March to go visit Japan, and I will be there for about 6 weeks. Um, and I've always wanted to go there. This is kind of also a little bit of a scouting trip to kind of see if I actually do want to stay there and indeed live there. Um, and so there's a number of things I'm gonna like. One of the main things I want to do while I'm there is that I will be I wanted to go and visit a bunch of places from anime and manga. Um, so of course I will, and hopefully I'm planning to be in Tokyo for about 2 to 3 weeks, um, and then I was hoping to like kind of travel for the last 2 to 3 weeks. So I would. It turns out while I'm there that anime, what's it called? Anime Tokyo or something like that. There's an anime convention going on in Tokyo. Hopefully, I would be able to go to that. I would love to be able to go to an anime convention in Japan. That would be like just awesome. Um, but naturally, there's a few places in there that I want to visit that are from anime. So, of course, got to see the giant Gundam. Uh, Amuro's giant Gundam is apparently in Odaiba, right outside of a mall or something like that. Another place I want to go to is I want to visit. I'm planning on going to Santa Inoue's store, Santastic, which is in Shibuya, I think it is. Um, yeah, Shibuya. And Santa Inoue is a mangaka who also owns the store. He's the guy who wrote Tokyo Tribe 2, um, and Neighbor Number 13, and a couple other series. So I would love to go out there, hope like buy maybe an item or two from the store, from the actual store itself. Um, I also another thing I really wanted to do was be able to rent a car and drive the Wangan line. And the Wangan line is a stretch of road just outside of Haneda Airport. It's from the series Wangan Midnight, and which is about a kid who buys this car from a junk a scrapyard, a junkyard. He buys his car from a junkyard, and the car's basically got all the major components to make it run. It just needs like some wheels and a couple other things for it to actually like run. But like the most expensive stuff, the engine, the turbo boosters, the transmission, it's all in there. It's all spotless and brand new. By the way, blue 1970s Datsun 270Z. I want to say it's a Fair Lady Z. It's one of the Fair Lady Zs. Um, and it's like the fastest thing on the road. And in this series, people go and they race along the Wangan at night, around midnight-ish, naturally. And it's not as actiony as Initial D is. Whereas Initial D is all about Initial D is about like the action of racing. Wangan Midnight is more about how it feels to race. So there's a lot more introspection, characters being in their heads, that kind of thing.
いつから一人になったの？ から一人になっちゃったの私。教えて GTR。私の本当の気持ちを。私は何を求めているの？なぜ？何を求めてここを走っているの？わからない。前はここを走れば全てを忘れることができた。でも今は違う。
So I wanted to be able to do that. That would be really cool if I could do that. Let's see. I wanted to go visit the Super Sentai Museum. There's a Super Sentai Museum, or Bandai. Is it Bandai? Is it just Bandai? It's Bandai. Maybe it's Toei. I think it's Toei that has a museum in Tokyo somewhere. Yeah, that's in Tokyo somewhere. That is like it has a good chunk of their stuff that they make, including including Super Sentai. So like there's a bunch of Super Sentai stuff in the place. So I want to go visit that. That'd be cool. I love Deca Ranger. Deca Ranger was great. I like Aba Ranger. Aba Ranger was pretty cool. If you've never seen Super Sentai, and you're just like, oh, it's just Power Rangers. It's like, no. As any Super Sentai fan will tell you, no, it is not Power Rangers. Super Sentai and Power Rangers are two completely different things. Now, if you watch Power Rangers during the Disney years, it's a little closer to what Super Sentai was, but Super Sentai is still vastly different. Let's see, what else? Oh, yes. So, another thing I really wanted to do was to go up to I wanted to go to Tsukuba, and Tsukuba is where the I don't know why I'm blanking right now. Tsukuba is where the space is. They have a space center in Tsukuba, and reason I wanted to go there is because it's a big spot from Uchu Kyodai, Space Brothers, which, as I mentioned in my very first reaction video, is one of my favorite series. And when Muta and I don't know why I can't remember his brother's name. Oh my god, Hibito. There we go. So when Muta and Hibito are kids, they go to the Tsukuba Space Center all the time, and they take the tour, and they go on the tour so much that they're able to just do the tour themselves and just repeat everything that the guy is saying as he's saying it. They become well known in the Space Center because of their obsession, and that helps drive their interest in eventually becoming astronauts. And so I wanted to go visit Tsukuba Space Center for that. And then one of the biggest things I wanted to do was I wanted to go to it's right, it's not Toei, it's Bandai. I think it is the Bandai Museum. Toei is somewhere else. But anyway, one of the biggest things I wanted to do, I don't think I'll be able to do it, was I wanted to go up to Gunma. But I didn't want to just go up to Gunma. I wanted to do it right. So if you don't know, Gunma is the home prefecture of Initial D. Pretty much all the spots from Initial D are actually real, including the Fujiwara store, including this place. The Fujiwara tofu shop was in fact mostly real. It wasn't actually called Fujiwara, but there was a tofu shop in the exact spot where the manga said that it was. And in the Chinese movie Initial D, starring Jay Chou from you guys might remember him from Green Hornet. He played Kato in Green Hornet. But Jay Chou played Takumi Fujiwara in the Initial D movie, and they filmed in Japan. And when they did this movie, they went to that spot and they decked it out to look like the actual Fujiwara store. And the guy had and this movie came out in like 2005, 2006, and the guy kept all the Fujiwara stuff up there even after they were done filming. So it still said Fujiwara Tofu Shop. It still had like the yellow and the white and all that. Now the only disappointing thing is that when I looked it up to try and find the place, I found out that they tore it down like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. So I still do want to visit the exact spot where it was, but now they actually have the storefront in a museum. What is that? Fujiwara. Yeah, I can't remember the. I don't something mono. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember how to say it. Oh, that's yeah, this con. All right, so yeah, I can't read that. There's a Shibukawa. Okay, yeah, there we go. So there's a museum in. No, the actual store is in Shibukawa. The or was in Shibukawa. The museum where they have the storefront and they have an actual Hachiroku right outside the door is in is nearby Shibukawa. So I could actually take the train up to that museum if I wanted to. And that could probably be like a day trip or something. At this point is what it's looking like. However, the disappointing thing is that I wanted to do it right. And by that, I mean, I found a place that would rent me a Hachiroku. And I don't mean the Scion Subaru 86. I'm talking the real Hachiroku. The 1985 Toyota Sprinter Tueno. There's a couple places in Japan that actually rent them to people. And I wanted to, there's one one is right outside of Tokyo, and another one is nearby Hakone, where the Hakone skyline is. Any, car fan usually knows what that is. Or knows what that is, not necessarily where, just what that is. So I wanted to get the one from Tokyo and drive it up to Gunma because it's about 2 or 3 hours from Tokyo. Drive it up to Gunma, and then actually drive the freaking road from Initial D, because it's an actual road. The Mount Akina Pass is an actual road, except Mount Akina is actually Mount Haruna. And that would have been awesome. Being able to drive that road in a Hachiroku, oh my god, that would have been the best, the absolute best. So let's see. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to do that now. Hopefully, maybe in the future. Okay, what else? I also wanted to go to Universal Studios, which is apparently in Osaka. And Universal Studios has a couple of really cool things. They have a live, not live. They have life-size Titans there. They have life-size Titans. So you could take pictures under Aaron and Annie as they're fighting, and then you could make it look like you're you're getting eaten by a Titan. So that's really cool. I really wanted to do that. Hopefully, maybe, if things work out, maybe I can do that. Don't know. And hopefully their theme park prices are nowhere near as high as they are here in the States. And also another big thing is I wanted to do the Biohazard show. And at Universal Studios in Osaka, they have a Biohazard show where you're kind of a part of it. And if you guys don't know what I mean, Biohazard is the Japanese name for Resident Evil. So yeah, they have an Umbrella Corporation kind of show where all the soldiers from Umbrella Corporation are running out and shoot things and all that stuff. So that would actually be really cool to be able to see that. From what I understand, it's kind of like the either the Beetlejuice show or the Terminator show at Universal Studios in Orlando. It's kind of like those, from what I understand. But I'm not sure. I haven't been there. I've only seen pictures of it. And then also there's a Toei Museum, or not Toei. There's Toei Studios. There's Toei Studios, which is in Kyoto, I believe. I saw this on a flight, on a Delta flight, during just after Thanksgiving. There was this lady who was doing a Toei tour, and like you could dress up as a samurai and like pretend you're in a samurai movie and all that. No, that just sounds really freaking cool. So I would love to be able to do that. Like, let's see, anything else? Anything else? Suda. Oh yeah, slam dunk. Okay, so another thing I would like to do is I want to go to Shonan. That's either way. I'm planning, whether this anything happens or not, whether I can't leave Tokyo, I'm planning to go to Shonan. I have to go to Shonan, um, and that is because Shonan is the home of my favorite character, Ikichi Onizuka. Ikichi Onizuka is from Shonan, so I have to go there. I absolutely have to. And I found this out recently when I was reading Samurai 7, which is one of the most recent um, uh, one of the most recent series that Toru Fujisawa, the author of Great Teacher Onizuka, is working on. And I was reading it, and they mentioned that apparently the main character goes to the same high school that Akichi did, in Shonan Junagumi. And I didn't realize this until like the translator wrote it in a note. Like there was some kind of reference to the Onibaku, and then the translator was like, "By the way, this is the same high school that the Onibaku went to." Onibaku being Onizuka and Ryuji Danma, from Great Teacher Onizuka and Shonen Junagumi. Um, so I want to visit the Tsujido area, is specifically where it is. I don't think the Tsujido High School is actually real, but because I couldn't find it. But Tsujido is apparently an actual area, so I'm going to go and visit that area. Um, Also in Shonan, Shonan is also the home of Slam Dunk. So if you've ever seen the opening to Slam Dunk, there's a scene where the train is crossing, and what's the guy's name? I can't think of the guy's name, but the main guy with the red hair, Sakamachi. I forgot his name. Um, he's like waving to the main girl across the train tracks, and that's actually a real thing. And it's apparently a really big tourist spot. Like people are always over there, like taking pictures and stuff, because it's that famous. So I want to go over to the train crossing, the Kokomae. I want to go over to the Kokomae and take pictures of that. That is the what is it? Is that Densha no Kokomae? I guess whatever. But yeah, the Kamakura Kokomae, and the high school that was one of the high schools that they went to was based on Kamakura High School. So I want to go visit that too. I'm not gonna actually like walk in there and disturb the students and all that stuff. I just want to go and take a look at it and all that, and like take a picture. That's really cool. And that let's see. Tsukuba. And I would also like to go to. I also want to just kind of travel around. I'd like to meet up with J vloggers while I'm there. That'd be really freaking cool. Um, like Kamushi Chan and maybe Christina Grace. Unrested. One of the inspirations for my channel, Unrested. Love to meet him. He's in Osaka or nearby Osaka. Victor, give me a break, man. Give me a flake, man. He's in Nagoya. If I could make it out there, that would be really cool to run into him. Maybe Piggles. I think Piggles is somewhere nearby Nagoya, because he's always hanging out with Victor. And I'm not even gonna bother with Rachel and June and Charlotte, because they're just like super busy. They're like they're way big time. They basically have a career off of YouTube. So they all these other guys that I'm talking about, their career isn't on YouTube. They do other things, and YouTube is kind of like a side thing. And then I also I'm planning to go to the. Oh, no, I'll talk about that after. But I also want to go to Fukuoka. So those of you who know Akasan know that Akasan used to live in Fukuoka, but there's a different reason why I want to visit Fukuoka. And as I mentioned during my loot crate, this is why. Ichiraku. So apparently, when Kishimoto Sensei was in college, he went to college somewhere in Kyushu. Fukuoka, I'm guessing, somewhere in the Fukuoka area. Because legend goes that he used to go to this place for ramen all the time. Name of the place? Ichiraku Ramen. So naturally, I would go over there. I'm gonna have to take that with me. I gotta take the bowl with me. Bring my bowl. I'm planning on getting a new forehead protector, Konoha forehead protector. I'm getting my Naruto jacket. My Naruto jacket's gonna be with me. I've got to go check out Ichiraku Ramen. Now the unfortunate thing is, once again, the original place that Kishimoto Sensei went to is actually closed down. They closed it down like in 2012, 2013, something like that. And apparently, it was like the place that Naruto goes to, that Teuchi owns, Ichiraku in Naruto, was like a straight rip-off of the place that he went to. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to go to that particular one. But Ichiraku was apparently a chain. It's a very small local chain in Fukuoka. So there is another Ichiraku there, and I want to go and visit that Ichiraku. So that would be really awesome to go there in like full Naruto gear, like having some ramen from Ichiraku. So that'd be, I think it's awesome. And that's what inspired by my That Place from Somewhere series, which is that I go and visit places from TV, movies, all that stuff, because I love the entertainment industry. I love, seeing these things. So I want to be able to share all this stuff with you guys, and I'm saving up. I'm trying to save up. Savings aren't going nearly as well as I hoped. So if you'd like to help me out, that'd be cool if you did. I've already set up a Patreon page, and I will be setting up a GoFundMe probably at the beginning of the year, because I think GoFundMe only works for about 60 days. I think they have a 60-day limit. Yeah, that would be really cool if you guys can help me out with that. And that way, I could turn it into something, and it's not just like you're giving me money and you're not seeing anything out of it. Like I'm gonna take videos of all these things, and so that you can see all these things. That would just be really cool. You don't have to do that. I'm not like begging for money or anything, because I'm saving money too. I'm gonna have to take up some I'm trying to get some extra hours so that I can help save up for this. And that's the downside, is that if I have to take extra hours, that's less time I'll be able to work on videos. At this point, I'll also be taking my laptop. So a lot of the footage that I'll be putting up while I'm there is mostly going to be kind of raw footage. Because my laptop isn't very powerful. I can do a couple of small things with it, but I'll be bringing back all that footage here. And then once I'm here, I have my powerful computer. I'll actually be able to, make at least decently edited videos. So yeah, Patreon page link is going to be in the comment, or not the comments, in the description. If you want to do that, that'd be nice. Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have to say. That's the big news that I've been kind of sitting on for the past 6 months or so. Yeah, six. I think it's about 6 months. No, not six. This is December. Yeah, about 6 months. This is the news I've been sitting on for about the past 5 or 6 months, that I'm going to Japan. Um, and it's just for visiting. And it's kind of a scouting trip too, to see if I do in fact want to live there. And then hopefully in 2018, because this is going to wipe out my savings for 2017. Maybe in 2018 I'll actually be able to have things in place for me to actually move in there if that's where I want to live. So yeah, yeah, talk about yourself in the comments. Let me know what you think. If there's any places you'd like me to go, of course I'm going to be visiting Akihabara. If I can, I mean, if Akasan's willing to do, Akasan and DC-san are willing to do collabs, that'd be really freaking cool. Because I think I'll be out there while the Flash is out there, while the Flash is on. So yeah, the Flash should still be on. So maybe we could do some Flash collabs or something. That'd be, and the second crossover, I'll actually be up to date with Supergirl. Me and DC-san could actually talk about Supergirl. So yeah, so that's gonna be pretty much it for me, I guess. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves in the comments. And until next time, you guys, I will see you guys later. Thanks for all your help if that's what you decide to do.